So we're already into the second week of May, and we are just like a month away from bathing suit season. And I'm a whole lot better off this year, this time of the year, than I was last year at this time of the year. So today I want to have a discussion really more about finding remotivation after you've been on a diet a long time, which is really where I am. And this video was actually, it got me triggered thinking from a comment that a viewer sent me yesterday. And it was a what I ate in a day video she commented on. She said that she's been on Trim Healthy Mama for 9 years, and she just pointed out some things that had made meals that I thought were an S or an email, kind of a crossover. And a crossover on Trim Healthy Mama is basically a meal that it's like, it's not diet related, it's not unhealthy, and you can have it on Trim Healthy Mama, but you're not going to lose weight on it. So what I started thinking is, I've been on a plateau for about close to a month, about 3 weeks, and I did lose a pound this week, so I've kind of broke that plateau. But I started thinking, I've been on this diet now close to 9 months, and I've slowly been adding little things back in. I put an apple on my salad. It changed it from one type of meal to another. And just kind of losing that sharp edge of saying, okay, I'm going to follow this recipe to the T. This is what I'm going to do. I've actually started adding small things back in. Now, once I lose all my weight, that's perfectly fine. That's what I plan on doing, is making my meals still really healthy, and, I don't want to gain the weight back. So definitely I'll be adding more crossover meals back in. But for now, I really want to stick to the S and the E meals, because those were the things that initially helped me lose the most weight every week. So I took out my Trim Healthy Starter book again this morning, and I have a few hours before I have to leave for an appointment. I decided I'm going to kind of reread through this, just kind of refresh, think about things that I'm eating, not eating. I'm going to try my best to really stick to the plan and not add anything in or take anything out. If it says to do something, I'm going to do it. And if I find a recipe that's more keto or something else and it's not Trim Healthy Mama, I'm just going to sit down and make sure that I look at all those ingredients, make sure that those portions are things that I can have. That's what I'm going to do. So originally, my goal by the end of June of this year was to have lost 60 pounds on Trim Healthy Mama. I started the diet last July, I believe it was last July 14th. So that gave me kind of a whole year. I had that number in mind. That's really what I wanted to lose. And I think now that I'm getting close to that weight, I need to lose about another 12 pounds and I'll be at my goal. I'm not sure, because of how things stalled for the last 3 weeks, if I'm going to be able to lose 12 pounds in a month and a half. It just seems really daunting. Maybe if I go back to the starter book and really, follow everything that's in there, I'm going to give it my best shot. If I don't quite hit my goal, I'm not going to beat myself up, because this was terrific getting all this weight off in this year. And if you saw my thumbnail, I'm getting close to being ready for bathing suit season. Well, at 65, I'm never going to really be ready for bathing suit season again. But I do have a pool. I swim with the grandkids. I have friends over swimming all summer, family, what have you. And I don't want to be super overweight getting in and out of the pool. I just don't. So I think what I've decided is 60 pounds really isn't going to do it. It's not going to put me where I really wanted to look. Not so much the pounds, but how I wanted to look. So I'm kind of reevaluating, and we'll see where I get by the end of June and how far I get in my goal. But my plan is I'm probably going to try to lose closer to 80 pounds. So I think what I'm going to do, see where I am the end of June, and then I'm going to extend my diet through the end of the year, through 2025, and try to lose the 80 pounds. I don't know if that's possible or not possible. I don't know. It seems like a lot, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to exercise. I'm trying to move around as much as I can. I'm trying to be active. And I think I just need to work a little bit harder. I think as you get older, I think it's very hard to lose weight. I don't know why. When I was younger, I would go on a diet and I'd have 20 pounds off in a month. It was no big deal. But it isn't like that now. Now I have a lot of considerations. I have arthritis pretty bad. I have, different kinds of problems, and I just have to be careful. I don't want to get sick. It seems like if I get sick, everything kind of goes to my lungs, and I don't want to be so thin or unhealthy because of the way I'm dieting that I'm getting sick all the time. So I guess this video that I'm making today is more of a motivational video. Of course, I can only talk about myself. I can't talk about all of your experiences. So feel free, if you have comments or suggestions, please share them in the comments. Other people read them, and I think they are really helpful, especially when we're on a program together where people are trying to lose weight. Maybe not Trim Healthy Mama, but whatever your thing is that you're doing, it's great to have support. So, like I said, I would like this to be motivational. If you're stuck, if you're at a point where you're not losing, you've been losing for a while and you're kind of in a rut, maybe go back to whatever diet plan you have. If you're on Trim Healthy Mama, it's a really thin book. There's not much to it, but go through it, maybe reread it. Make sure that you're eating the right things. You're not adding things in that are sabotaging your weight loss. That's the last thing we want to do. It's hard to diet. It's hard to go without certain things. It's hard to make those decisions. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody out there. This is my plan, and we're going to see over the next couple weeks if these small changes that I'm making today make a difference throughout the month of May and June. So we'll see. I'll let you know. So thanks for joining me today. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring the bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.